China test this tactical laser that looks very similar to one used by the U.S. Navy. And they rolled this out in 2014. And it just shows that step for step out here on the world stage, they're making sure that China is trying to stay right up there on par, along with Russia there at their side, in being able to compete or level the playing field, so to speak, with the United States out here with weaponry. Because if Russia's lacking something, then China steps up and tries to fill the gap, and vice versa. And since one can't stand alone against the United States, together it seems that that's exactly how they're doing this out here on the world stage. Now, in terms of Turkey and India, they've been taking in a lot of equipment from Russia, which is interesting as well. The United States threatened Turkey, did not threaten India. They gave Turkey a map showing it divided in two. They did not do that to India. India obviously is wedged in between China and Pakistan. India has had some big problems with China and Pakistan. China and Pakistan allied with Iran and Turkey. You could leave China, go into Pakistan, right into Iran, and right into Turkey, right up into Europe, crossing those borders and never be stopped. They could send millions of troops into Turkey from China, taking that route. And really the best place and only place when looking at a map that you're going to have to really pick them off is Pakistan going into Iran. And the only way you're going to do that is coming out of the mountains of Afghanistan. Pull out a map, lay it out, start thinking, looking, see what's happening, see where the Chinese and Pakistanis have been building these joint bases and everything else. India is getting surrounded, but the thing is this, the United States told them, if you're going to keep buying military weaponry from Russia, it's going to be incompatible with anything that we're selling you. And Russia's allied with China, and they're almost telling them that you're shooting yourself in the foot by doing this, but they're such a big ally to them that they're just kind of letting them do it. And in a real instance of war, if you've got an ally that needs weapons and you need them to use them to win the damn war, you give them to them. You don't sell them. You're like, here, put these on the front lines, blast them, if you really want them to win the war. The rest is just a puppet show and a salesman game of weapons. It's all it is. It's all it's ever been. You should have realized that at the end of World War II, when Eisenhower and Stalin sat there watching a parade in Russia for 6 hours after defeating the Nazis. That's right, the red, white, and blue of Russia and the United States defeated Nazi Germany. And as they sat there watching that parade for 6 hours, I think they figured out that we can't have this. That's right, the two biggest powerhouses won the biggest war that we know of our time, World War II. They turned around and walked away from each other. And to this day, have played it off to be enemies. Here on this world stage. Told you, until you see that they're worshiping these fallen ones, you're still sleeping. And once you do, though, every bit of this makes sense. It unlocks it. Nonetheless, China rolling out tactical laser systems that look just like the U.S. military's does not surprise me. This is a play on the masses of the people. This is why Henry Kissinger loves Xi Jinping. You need to do your research, folks. It's all about controlling we the people.